Grace and peace to you, and welcome back to my channel. This is Donald Siame, author of Hidden Mathematical Genius Within Revealed. Today we are looking at social and commercial arithmetic, particularly shares and dividends. And here are the questions. A businessman bought 300 company shares at 60 kwacha 0 ngwe. The nominal price was 30 kwacha 0 ngwe. How much does he pay for the shares? How much does he pay for the shares? So here we have two amounts. There is 60 kwacha. This 60 kwacha is the amount per share. And this nominal price, the 30 kwacha, this one is the value of each share. Now here, we want to calculate how much he spent on the shares. So he was buying at 60 kwacha per share. So that is the amount we're supposed to use, since we are only interested on the cost of shares. Okay, so cost of shares. Cost of shares is equal to, it is cost per share. Cost per share times number of shares. Cost per share times number of shares. So this is equal to cost per share is 60 kwacha times the number of shares is 300. So what is 300 multiplied by 60? Yes, 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. Plus the three zeros, you get 18,000. So we have 18,000 kwacha. And that is the cost of shares. We go to question 2. Floyd had 125 shares in a company. At the end of a financial year, the company declared a dividend of 3 kwacha per share. How much was due to Floyd? So here we are told that the dividend, that is the profit to share, is 3 kwacha per share. 3 kwacha per share. So in this case, the total dividend for Floyd will be the dividend per share multiplied by number of shares. Okay, so we'll say dividend is equal to dividend per share times number of shares times number of shares. So dividend per share we have 3 kwacha times number of shares, it is 125. Okay, so you say 3 multiplied by 125. Yes, we get 375. 125 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 5, that is 15. 5 carry 1. 3 multiplied by 2, that is 6. Plus 1, 7. And 3 multiplied by 1, that is 3. So you get 375 kwacha. Okay, we go to question 3. A phone manufacturing company paid a total dividend of 12,600 kwacha at the end of the financial, at the end of 2015, on 6,000 shares. Okay, so the total shares was 6,000 and the total dividend was 12,600. If Magula owned 200 shares in the company, how much was paid out in dividends to her? So in this case, we have the number of shares, then we have total of shares and the total dividend. Okay, so the amount or the formula for calculating dividend here will say dividend is equal to number of shares, that is for Magula, over total shares times total dividend. This is the formula to use. Okay, so this is equal to number of shares. Number of shares for Magura is 200. So we say 200 over the total shares is 6,000 times total dividend. We have 12,600. Okay, so here we say we can cancel out 2 zeros there and 2 zeros there. You cancel a 0 and a 0 there. Then 2 can go in 6. You say 2 in 2 is 1. In 6 we get 3. Then 3 in 1, 3 in 3 is 1. 3 in 12 we get 4. 3 in 6 you get 2. 3 in 0, that is 0. So the total dividend for Magura now is 420 kwacha. We go to question 4. The dividend due on 1,000 shares at the end of the financial year is 2,250. If the annual dividend rate is 3% of the share value, calculate the value of each share. Okay, so here we are told that the dividend due on 1,000 shares, that is the total number of shares at the end of the financial year, is the total amount is there, that is the total dividend. If the annual dividend rate is 3% of the share value, calculate the value of each share. So now, we don't know the value of the shares. So we'll say, we know that it's 3%. So we'll say 3%, that is 3 over 100. 3 over 100 times the value of shares, which we don't know. Then this is equal to, that is 2,200 and it's 2,250 kwacha. Okay, that is the 3%. Okay, so now what we next is for us to remain with x, we can just reciprocate the 3 over 100. So we multiply 100 over 3 to both sides of the equation. So this side, if you multiply by 100 over 3, we remain with x. So x is equal to 2,250 multiplied by 100 over 3. So x is equal to, okay, so we'll say, what is 3 in this number? We'll say 3 in 22. 3 in 22 is 7. Then there is a remainder of 1. 3 in 15, that is 5. 3 in 0, that is 0. Then multiply by 100. So what is 750 multiplied by 100? Yes, you get 75,000. So we have 75,000. So meaning the value, the total value of shares is 75,000. Now the question says we calculate the value of each share. The total number of shares was 1,000. So we'll say value per share is equal to its total amount. Its total amount, that is total value of shares, that is total amount or total value of shares divided by total number of shares. So the total value of shares is 75,000. Then divide by total shares is 1,000. So 1,000 in 75,000, you just cancel out these 3 zeros and 3 zeros there. So you remain with 75 kwacha. So it's 75 kwacha per share. Life dwells in the human ear. Okay. We go to the last question. Mrs. Kalomba bought 120 shares at a nominal value of 40 kwacha each. she later sold at 42 kwacha 15 ngwe each. Find her profit. Okay, so she bought 120 shares at 40 kwacha and sold at 42 kwacha 15 ngwe. So here you can just find the difference of cost of sales minus cost price. Okay, so profit per share is equal to amount sold minus cost of sale. So amount sold, she sold at 42 kwacha 15 ngwe. So we have 42 kwacha 15 ngwe minus the value was 40 kwacha 0 ngwe. So what is 42 15 ngwe minus 40 0 ngwe? Yes, you get 2 kwacha 15 ngwe. That is the profit per share. Now, how many shares? There were 120 shares. So total profit is equal to, it is number of shares times profit per share. So number of shares is 120 times, and profit per share is 2 kwacha 15 ngwe. So you multiply those two. So we have 2 kwacha 15 ngwe multiplied by 120. So we have 0, 0, 0. 2 multiplied by 0, that is 0. 2 multiplied by 5, that is 10. 0 carry 1. That is 2 multiplied by 2, 4, 5. Then 1 multiplied by 0, that is 0. 5 and 2. So we have 0, 0, 0. That is 5 plus 5, 10. 0 carry 1. That is 3. Okay, how many decimal places? We have 2 decimal places. So you get 300 kwacha. So the profit she made was 300 kwacha. So this is how you perform calculations to do with shares and dividends. Thank you so much for your time.